Hey everyone, it's Tom Lamont, Guitars for Vets. I'm an instructor with the Cyber chapter. Welcome to IJAM Play Along. This is, I believe, our fourth iteration of the IJAM. So here we go. Let's go ahead and first of all bring up the songbook. Hopefully you all can see it. Yeah, great. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, before we begin, again, what IJAM is all about. And what we try and do is go ahead and simulate a jam session, whether it's with another player or maybe with a group of players. We want to get you ready for that. So we've selected a few songs that we're going to run through. You're going to hear me sing and play the song. You're not going to be able to hear anyone else play other than yourself. So it'll be kind of like a two-person jam, just me and yourself. And we've got a list of songs here on screen that you're able to see. And we've got even one new song that we're going to try out in this session. What we're also going to do is we're going to try some things out with a capo. We try and do something new for everyone. And hopefully everyone has brought their capo with them, because we're going to use that a little bit later. So let's go ahead and try that Bob Dylan tune. Let's go back to Knockin' on Heaven's Door. All right, let me go ahead and give you a strumming sample here. Here we go. Mama, take that badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Mama, put my guns on the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Anyone want to try soloing? Go for it. Knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. All right. How'd you do, everyone? You keeping up all right? Was it too fast? If it was, do this. If it's not, great, awesome. I know we've played this consistently for the last few IJAM sessions, and it's good to see you're all still playing it. So, all right. Let's talk a little bit about this. You know, G, D, A minor, G. Got a couple guitar players, or maybe 3 guitars playing. How can you keep making this sound interesting? And I think that's going to be kind of the topic of this IJAM, which is basically finding another place on the neck to play where no one or a few others are playing. So we were playing a G, and we were playing a D and an A minor, and then we had a C in there. If you know the bar chords to that, that's another way of playing these chords, right? So, you know, you could do the bar G to a bar D to an A minor. All right, same sounding chords, but you're just using bar chords this time around, and it makes you know, if you play the open version, if you play the open chords, and everyone's playing open chords, it kind of tends to sound the same. But if you move, you know, to say further up the neck using bar chords or even a capo, which we're not going to do with this song, it actually plays more notes on the guitar, making a more broader sound when you play. A little more challenging, a little more pleasing to the ear, perhaps. It's all pretty much subjective, but be thinking of that. You've got 2 other guitar players playing in the same place. Is there a place up the neck that you can play that you're familiar with the chords, or maybe you want to get familiar with the chords? That's where the capo comes in, and that's where bar chords come in. All right, let's see here. Let's go to the Jimmy Buffett tune. Let's give that one a try. Margaritaville. All right. All right. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of this chore is covered in oil. Strumming my 6-string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasted away in on Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of soul. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. It's real beauty, oh yeah. It's a Mexican cutie. I got wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost sugar soul. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. How I think it could be my fault. Blew up my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. There's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Yes, and some people claim that there's a woman to blame, and I know it's my own damn fault. All right, you guys made it through. Cool. Yeah. You guys rock. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have, again, another one of those songs where if you know the chords, if you know alternate chords, maybe most people will be playing these open chords, but not you. You're going to learn how to play it up the neck. You got your bar D, your bar A. It's all just, right there on the 5th fret. G. Was there a C in there? Maybe not. But yeah, if you know the bar chord shapes, if you know just one bar chord shape, guess what? You can apply them up the neck. So not a whole lot to really memorize, other than what the notes are on the low E string and the low A string. So this is all, again, in the IJAM learning series. We do cover all of this along with the capo. So if you're looking to learn more about this, by all means, dive into that one. All right. Let's see what we got next here. Let's do Blue Bayou. This is a nice slow one. All right. You guys warming up? Feeling like you're making those chord transitions? Are they clean? Are you getting there quick enough? Okay. All right. Blue Bayou. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time, since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happy times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come with me to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise smile to sleepy eyes. How happy I'd be. I'm gonna see my baby again. Gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll feel better again on the bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on the bayou. I'm going back someday, come with me to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats and the sails afloat. If I could only see that make sunrise is sleepy, how happy I'd be. Oh, that girl of mine by my side, the silver moon in the evening tide. Oh, some sweet day, I'm gonna take away this hurt inside. Well, I'll never be blue, my dreams come true on Blue Bayou. I don't know which is harder, singing or playing. All right, you guys make it through all right? Make it through those strums. Those are fairly easy chords. You know, that G minor, a little challenging there. You know, and this is one of those bar chords. I guess there's a way to escape from playing the bar chords. You know, you don't have to lay down that first finger across the third fret. You could always use your first finger to cover the first three strings, right, on the third fret, and then you can use the third finger to play the fifth fret, fourth string. And that's a G minor too. That works as long as you hit. As long as you make you hit the G. What is it? G, B flat, and a D. That's all you need to hit. So if you're struggling to play all of the strings, just find those three strings, and you're set. You're good. All right, so now let's go ahead and break the capo out. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do here. We're going to go to Tennessee Whiskey. It's just really 2 or 3 chords on this one, so we'll just start off with this. So again, let's say for instance you're in a jam and there are a couple players and both of you are playing the open chords. And it's like the idea comes up where, hey, I think I want to try something up the neck. But how do you do that? You know, you certainly you can go ahead and use bar chords to go up. Like say for instance, I'm looking at the blues section here, guitar 1, and this is how we've typically played it over the last IJAM sessions. We were using guitar 1. So we would play G, open G, right, and your open A minor. You could then play, if you want to go up the neck, your G minor, or I'm sorry, your G major, and that bar chord, you're taking your E shape, right, and then you're moving all the way up to, let's see, the fourth fret for that second finger on the third string, 4th fret. And then, you're making that E shape. And then, of course, you're using your first finger on the 3rd fret to bar it. That's your G bar. Sounds kind of like G open. But you're playing up the neck, right? You're playing some other chords here, or other strings that you're not playing on an open. So you're actually adding more tones to the song itself. In the A minor, you can go, you just move up 2 frets, and you're going to lift that second finger. That's your A minor, your bar A minor chord. It's like an E minor shape with a bar there on the 5th fret. And you're going back and forth doing that. Or you're going to do what we're going to do right now, and that's going to put the capo on the 5th fret. So you're going to take the capo, put it on the 5th fret, if you want to try this out. And we're going to be sort of transposing these chord shapes into fingerings that will still play the chords G and A minor with different chord shapes. So I'm going to be playing the G, which is now a D form, right? So now I'm playing a D form of the G chord. All right, this is when you probably jamming with friends. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm playing a D. Well, yeah, but you're really playing the D form of the G chord. So, and then let's see, the other shape is an E minor, and I'm looking here in the red section here. So I'm playing D, and I'm playing E minor, but I'm also capoed up to the 5th fret. So I just want to be, like I said, I want to kind of be clear about this. It does say D. We're playing the D form of a G chord, and we're playing E minor form of an A minor chord. That's what this is all here. So more on that again in the IJAM learning series. And what I'm going to also do, I'm going to play the guitar 2 part while you play either the guitar 1 part or the guitar 2 part. All right, so we're going to, and then here's what I also would like you to do is take a listen to what you're playing against what I'm playing and hear the difference. I mean, you're going to hear, it's going to be more notes up the neck, a broader range of song or of tones, and I don't know, kind of sounds neat actually. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Used to spend my nights in the barroom, liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me, reaching for the bottom, and brought me back, being too far gone. Your whole has smooth this Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet, strong and wild. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places, found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. When you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it, 'cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. It's Daniel. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your time. All right, solo. Go for it, guys. As Tennessee whiskey, you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Let's take it home. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Alrighty. Okay. So now that you have experienced the capo, what's the one tip? With using this guy, is make sure, and I didn't do this, is that you retune after you apply the capo. So you want to make sure that that you are in tune, and I'm going to do that right now. We're going to do another song here, and hey, if you have any questions, unmute. Feel free to unmute right now while I quickly retune my guitar. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's just apply the capo, and then you're going to transcribe the notes. And again, all of this, rather than go through this right now on IJAM, just go back to the IJAM series, the lesson itself, and I've included where you can find the information in the IJAM. But look under capos, and then you have to transpose, and just again, how do you know what chords are you supposed to play? It's all there within that chart. So make sure to take a look at it before we get to the next jam session. All right. So I'm guessing there are no questions. So I guess we're good. Let's see here. Hang on a second. I want to just stop sharing for just a moment here. So how's this going? Is this easy to follow? Is what we're going through easy enough for you to follow, or is this helping you out? I mean, again, awesome. I know. we're at varying levels of experience here. And, again, if you show up to a jam and you're having trouble keeping up, there are ways that you can continue to play. And one of them is to play the bass note. If you know the notes on the guitar, the low E and the low A string, play the bass note this song. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still playing, or you could just sit it out. But again, the cool thing that you want to remember is you want to support whoever is leading the song with something that you're doing. If you're just going to play chords and you're not playing them quite cleanly, they're going to notice. And it's not fun for everyone. It's basic. Oh, all right, let me cover my ears, or something else. So playing the bass is one way of doing it. Playing different parts of the neck with the capo or with bar chords is a wonderful way to help make the sound even more pleasing than just the same spot on the neck. So again, that's what we're trying to get through on this one. So this next song, Take Me Home Country Roads, I've also converted that into something that two guitars can play. Okay, Take Me Home Country Roads. If you decide you want to play the way we've been playing it, which is in the key of G, open, then play what's in blue. But if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more on this, put the capo on 5. And just looking at the chords real quickly, B minor is in there. So we got a B minor, and I'm going to show you how to play that. And why is it so small? Because I figured everyone's probably going to play what's in blue. Allow me to squint at the red. So if I kind of mess up the chords, you'll know why, because I can't see quite that far without my glasses on. All right, so B minor. So you got your capo on the 5th. You've retuned. B minor. So you're taking the A minor shape, right? A minor shape, like an open A minor. You're sliding that up 2 frets, and then you're laying your finger down on the 2nd fret after you fret it, of course. That's your B minor, okay? And I believe you'll know everything else. All of the other chords are open, and if you don't, we can stop and we can talk about it on the other side of the song. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountain, going like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. So who's playing guitar 1? Anyone playing guitar 1? All right, Randy. So can you hear the broader sound playing with the guitar, me playing up here higher and you playing lower? Pretty awesome, huh? All right. Let's continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty place to moonshine, teardrop in my country road. Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. I hear her voice in the morning as she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down that road, I get this feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Down country roads, take me home. Down country roads. All right. Okay, so you made it through a capoed session there, 2 guitars. And I highly encourage you to learn, some of these uses of the capo to play up the neck. It is a wonderful alternative to playing without one, because you're having to use the bar chords, and it's a little tiresome. I know for me, it's there are times where it's kind of like, oh, how am I going to make it through this song playing these bar chords? So please look it up. Let's go ahead and take the capo off, retune, make sure we're back in standard tuning here, and then we'll continue on with a few more songs here. Let's see, this is looking good. Are there any questions I can answer for you with what we just did with these couple of songs here? Okay, if you do have any, just unmute and speak now. Okay, let's see. Let us move on to, let's see here. I Walk the Line. Let's play I Walk the Line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends up for the ties that bind. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself ill when each day is through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you, because you're mine. I walk the line. I'm gonna pick it up just a little bit. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep on mind both the day and night. And happiness I know proves that it's right, because you're mine. I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide, because you're mine. I walk the line. This heart of mine, I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends up for the ties that bind, because you're mine. I walk the line. Okay. Simple enough? Yeah. Thank you. Y'all make it through okay? How'd it go for you? Are you all keeping up? You guys are pro at this.